Hi everyone. In this video, we're going to learn how to play Formula D. Let's learn how to play Formula D. This tutorial exists thanks to ProFX. Welcome to Formula D, a classic racing game by Laurent Lavoie and Eric Randall, brilliantly developed on BGA by Baron Fraser. Race around the track and be the first one to cross the finish line to win. The game panel offers many options to choose from before the start. There is a basic rules option in which you have a general amount of points that you can lose on anything that happens during the race, from overshooting a corner to braking and getting damage. This simplified set of rules leads to more aggressive style of play. In this tutorial, I'll show you some of the advanced rules, which allow for different kinds of weather and tires, as well as points distributed in several categories like tires, brakes, gearbox, body, engine, and handling. This leads to a more strategic race. Here we are starting with sunny weather, and we have 3 choices of tires. Basically, hard and soft tires are made for that. If it started raining, they would get us to slide a lot in the corners. Soft tires give us the option to move an additional space each turn, but degrade twice as fast as overshooting a corner. Rain tires get us to slide much less in the corners in case of rain, but degrade faster when the track is dry and we overshoot a corner. Now scroll to the bottom right corner of the board by clicking on the board and dragging it until you see the track information box. Okay. So you see the track information box. Okay, whatever. In the bottom right corner of the board, you can see the probability of different kinds of weather on a 20-sided die: rain, changeable, and sunny. Changeable weather may lead to changing weather conditions during the race. Okay. Go ahead and click on the soft tires box first, and then click on use this configuration button. Okay, soft tires, use this configuration. There is an advanced option to complete a qualifying session, which then determines the order in which players start on the grid. But that requires some good knowledge of the game. In this tutorial, all cars are placed randomly. We're starting first on the grid, so we get to start the race. Click on the Start Race button now. Okay, start race. Beep, 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 go. Okay. Now what? Okay. The first thing that happens is that BGA rolls a 20-sided die. If we had rolled a 1, we would have lost our turn without moving. I don't know why. If we had rolled a 20, we would have advanced 4 spaces. I don't understand that. Okay. We rolled a 2 and had a normal start. So we rolled the first geared die. You can scroll beneath the board and click on the How to Play tab to read all the rules, including the numbers you can roll on each die. This doesn't seem to be available in a tutorial, but it will be there during a real game. We rolled a 1, so we can move 1 space, but we have soft tires on, so we can choose to move an additional space. We can do that each turn. Each available spot becomes highlighted on the track, okay? Click the furthermost highlighted space on the track 2 spaces in front of our car, then click Confirm at the top of the screen. Okay, 1, 2, then Confirm. Okay. Our opponent rolled a 1 on the start die and so skips their turn. They will be able to move next turn in first gear. Okay. Each turn, a new turn order is determined. Cars move according to their position on the track. If 2 cars are at the same level, the one with the higher gear goes first. If it's still a tie, the car that arrived at their spot first will move before the other. Okay. If 2 cars are at the same level, the one with the higher gear goes first. Okay, that makes sense. Since we are ahead of our opponent, we'll move first again this turn. We can choose between first gear and move 1 or 2 spaces, or second gear and move 2 to 4 spaces. If you hover your cursor over the gear dice, it will show you all the possibilities of movement as highlighted spaces on the track. Which one is that? Okay. The gear dice. I assume this is the gear dice. Yeah, this is first gear and second gear. Okay, that makes sense. Of course, we should go as fast as we can in a straight. So click on the orange die to select second gear and then click confirm. We rolled a 4, which will put us in a corner, which is delineated by the thick red lines on the track. Corners are very important, and you should pay attention to the information provided on the side of the track. So here's the corner. Okay. And the yellow area is just the name of the corner, 3 min. Indicates, like, I guess right here, indicates the shortest path, while 7 max indicates the longest path. Most important is the number of red dots present, as they determine how many times we have to stop in that corner. Okay, red dots. Oh, here there is 1 red dot, so we only need to stop once between the red lines. It does not matter what gear we're in. Oh, here's the dot is, I guess that's that. Okay. And remember red dots, they determine how many times we have to stop in that corner, okay? Also note that arrows limit how we can move in a corner, so choose your path wisely. It's kind of hard because it's covering the box. Okay, let me move this over here. Okay. Also note that arrows limit how we can move in a corner, so choose your path wisely. Okay, for now, let's advance straight ahead as far as we can. So click on the furthermost highlighted spot now, then click at confirm at the top. Okay, the furthermost highlight, I think, is it this one? Control scroll to zoom. Okay, let's try that. I'm gonna zoom out because it's just really hard to see. Okay, I think that's right. No? This one? Okay. Okay, there. Whew. Okay. Since we've already made our stop in a corner, let's move this over. BJ gives us confirmation that the corner is complete. We can floor it and go as fast as we can. We made our stop in the corner, so I guess this red area is the corner spot. So we made it safely here. Now we can go as fast as we can. So click on the third gear die now and click confirm. So third gear, we're going to go really fast. Go ahead and click the furthest highlighted space now. I think this is it. Click confirm on the screen. There we go. Okay. And now click the green fourth gear die. Okay. We rolled a 12, which puts us just before the corner. Thankfully, one of the advanced options that I had chosen gives us a Nitro boost. Using Nitro gets us to advance the same number of extra spaces as the gear we're in this case, 4 extra spaces. This will put us into the corner. Okay. In order to use this, we need to check the box that will highlight more areas on the track. So go ahead and click on the Nitro box now. Okay, so you see it moved into the red corner. Okay. Oh, in order to use it, we need to check the box, and that will highlight more areas on the track. Go ahead and click on the Nitro checkbox now. Okay, I did that. We can only use Nitro once per lap, so do so wisely. It becomes available again automatically when we cross the finish line at the end of the lap. Okay, so now we use Nitro to get super far. Okay, they're catching up. Okay, so we made our required number of stops in the Massenet corner, but the next corner is close, so we definitely don't want to get into 5th gear, as we can move to up to 20 spaces, and that will get us to overshoot the corner. So let's use 4th gear again. Click on the green die. Okay, so we're going to slow down a little bit. Okay, good. An 11 puts us right at the end of the corner, which is very good. Also note the different symbols present. Hovering on them will tell you what they mean. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Okay. We could use brakes if we didn't want to take our full movement. We could also overshoot the corner a little, which would use our tires. Okay. You can see the build of our car on the right side of the screen. We have 6 tire wear points, WPs, 3 brake. Oh, I guess we have to mouse over this. Okay. 3 brake WPs, 3 gearbox WPs, 3 body WPs, 3 engine WPs, and 2 handling WPs, and 0 nitro left. This is the default setup. With some advanced rules, you can customize how many points you want to distribute in each category. I don't think we need to use our tires now, so just click the furthermost spot within the corner. Then click confirm. So I think it's this one. There we go. So far, so good. Now they're moving. Okay. What gear do you think we should choose to reach the next corner and stop in once? Yes, 4th gear looks like the perfect choice. So select it and move. It will move us. I'll select it and move us to gain a little time. Okie dokie. Okay. Watch out, the next corner can be tricky. Yeah, there's lots of turns. It only has a maximum length of 18 spaces, and we have to stop in 3 times because there are 3 red dots next to it. See, 3 right here. Okay. If we don't stop at all in a 2-stop corner, or if we stop in a 3-stop corner, less than 2 times we get eliminated from the race. I'll move us through this section to move us along faster. Okay. So we stopped there. It's 2. Okay, they stopped there. Okay, we're gonna go there. Okay. This may be a good time to talk about a couple other things, though. Each time cars find themselves side by side, a d20 is rolled for a collision check for each car. In these advanced rules, you'll lose 1 body WP if you roll a 1. If you run out of body WP, you explode. Additionally, a damage marker gets placed on the track at the spot of the collision. If a car passes over a damage marker, it also rolls a d20. If it rolls 1 to 4, it loses a handling WP. If you run out of handling WP, you will get eliminated from the race. So be mindful of the risks. Okay, so I'm doing pretty well, I think. Let's punch things for now for this long straight. Click on the 5th gear die now to get as much movement as we can, then click confirm. Okay. Yahoo, we rolled a 20 for full movement. Note that in straight lines we cannot zigzag all over the track and therefore manipulate too much how far we go without using some of the brakes. But we can move from one side of the track to the other or go around obstacles like other cars or damage markers if they're present. Let's move to the furthest highlighted space. Click on it now. So I think this one. Then click confirm. Okay, there we go. Super fast. Every time a car in 5th or 6th gear rolls a maximum amount on the die, every car in 5th or 6th gear rolls a die 20 to check for motor damage. If you roll 1 to 4, you lose an engine WP and a damage marker gets placed on that space. If you run out of engine WP, you get eliminated from the race. Additionally, if the weather was changeable, another d20 would be rolled to see whether the weather changes according to the probabilities shown at the bottom right of the board. In our case, the weather is stable at sunny and does not change. Now that we're in 5th gear, we can see all the gears available to us. 6th gear is the highest and can allow us to move 21 to 30 spaces. You should have noted that we can only go 1 gear at a time. We can also shift down 1 gear without any damage to the car. It's also possible to shift down multiple gears, but there are costs associated with that. Skipping down 1 gear costs 1 gearbox wear point. Skipping down 2 gears costs 1 gearbox WP and 1 brake WP. And skipping down 3 gears costs 1 gearbox WP, 1 brake WP, and 1 engine WP. It's impossible to skip more gears than that. You can see what gear we're currently in on the right side of the screen, the highlighted die, and how many points we have left for each category. If we run out of brakes or gearbox WP, we won't have any more to use for the rest of the race. If we run out of body, engine, or handling WP, we'll be immediately eliminated from the race. I'll move us along a bit to save time. Okay. We're in the corner. They're going to get through the corner, and now we can go another 20. Let me draw your attention to everything that can happen here. There are 5 highlighted spots at the end of the tabac corner where we'll be safe. And just like before, we could use our brakes to reduce our movement, and then we can overshoot the corner by spending tire WPs. 2 for overshooting 1 space because our soft tires degrade twice as fast. We also see that if we overshot the corner by 3 spaces, that would make us use all of the 6 tire WPs we have. That will lead us to spin at that spot, and we'd have to start in 1st gear on our next turn. If we overshot by more than what we'd be eliminated, if we overshot by more than that, we'd be eliminated from the game. All of the icons are spelled out when you hover your cursor over them. Okay. And they're super far behind. Here we find ourselves in 5th gear, but the next corner is very close. Yep, it's super close right here. So we should skip 4th gear and use 3rd gear instead. This will cost us 1 gearbox WP. Click on the 3rd gear die now because we're skipping 4th gear. Okay. So I want to go super slow. What was that? Okay. I missed that. Let me draw your attention to a couple of tools that you can use during the game as well. But this is not going to work in this tutorial. Here is a measuring tool. Wait, where is, oh, there. You can barely see it. Right over here. This allows you to automatically measure the distance between 2 spots on the track. And here is a way to see through the cars on the track, so it's easier to see the board underneath them. You can go ahead and try that now if you want. Just click on the icon again to make the colored cars appear again. Okay, I see that. Uh-oh, they're catching up. Okay. Another option that didn't come into play in this tutorial is the ability to slipstream. That happens anytime we end up just behind another car without using brakes in at least the 4th gear. And that gives us the option to move an additional 3 spaces. We can even take several slipstreams in a row. We can only slipstream if our gear is at least equal to the car in front of us. Note that entering a corner thanks to a slipstream will cost us 1 brake WP. Okay, they're catching up. Okay. This was just a 1-lap race. For multiple lap races, we could choose to enter the pit lane to the right of the main track, and we'd have to enter the pit box of the same color as our car, and not just stop in front of it. With the basic rules, doing a pit stop gives you back all the wear points you spent that lap. With the advanced rules, doing a pit stop only gives you back your tire WPs and nothing else, unless you check the option before the game to do a technical pit stops, in which case you can choose to have a few repair points for the other categories of WPs. There's no speed limit in the pit lane, nor do you need to advance a specific amount of spaces to enter your box, so you can go as fast as you can. Even if another car is in front of you, you will not need to use any brake. That's about it for the basics. I'll let you take the car across the finish line for the win. Click on the 5th gear die and click confirm. Okay, and another 20. Go ahead and click the furthermost highlighted space in the middle lane to win the race. Okay, confirm. And there we go, and then we win. Okay, cool. I hope you enjoyed this basic tutorial and that you're ready for your first race. There are many technical options to discover for increased strategic play in the game menu. And if you want to change some of the display or confirmation options, you can click on the 3 horizontal bars at the very top right corner of the screen. Let's see. I don't know where that is. Okay. Please rate this tutorial so others can learn this classic racing game. Thank you. All right. I say it's good. All right. Thanks for watching.